A militant suicide bomb takes more than 30 lives recently at a funeral in northwestern Pakistan. But in the nearby Swat Valley, there is quiet. A lull in the fighting amid international concern over the government's deal with the Taliban. Details are not completely known, but the Pakistani government says it would allow a limited form of Islamic law in return for peace. Families here have fled their fertile farmlands, and now some appear to endorse the deal.
If the government implements Sharia law and starts a dialogue between them, and the situation becomes better, then we will go back to our land.
Haider Malik at the Joint Special Operations University in Washington, D.C. says the people of Swat Valley, known as Swatians, were facing a dire situation.
At this moment, the Swatians, residents of that place, feel that at least they will not be killed by the insurgents, beheaded in public, that their dead bodies are left for 24 hours, or killed by crossfire from the military. There is some semblance of peace.
Swat is only 160 kilometers from Islamabad, and the government's aim is peace. A Pakistani army spokesman saying the end goal is the return to tranquility. In the valley, a hardline cleric Sufi Muhammad leads a march aimed at convincing the Taliban, led by his son-in-law, to accept the pact. But Seth Jones at the Rand Corporation contends Pakistan's peace deals in the area last year only strengthened the militants.
Their power expanded in the tribal areas, into Islamabad itself, into Swat, into Bajour and Momand. So I think the first step has to be Pakistani forces clearing areas rather than cutting deals with them.
And the new U.S. Special Representative to the region, Richard Holbrooke, told CNN that President Barack Obama is worried that the deal might turn into a surrender. Critics say the agreement follows a series of religion-based Taliban attacks, the destruction of girls' schools, music stores, and the killings of those who would not follow strict Islamic tenets.
That's how they will treat this, as a symbol of central government's weakness. That if you raise, again, if you pick up arms and fight against the government, a time comes when they give you your form of governance and your form of judicial system. So this perception will spread.
General David McKiernan, the top U.S. commander in Afghanistan, just across the border from Swat Valley, is also concerned.
So we're going to watch this very carefully and see how that does affect the insurgency on the Afghan side of the border.
Critics say the government has set a dangerous precedent. They say the Swat Valley peace deal shows Pakistan was unable to defeat the Taliban, at least in the eyes of local militants. Ravi Khanna, VOA News, Washington.